Hi, everybody. Welcome to Vancouver Adjacent by Night. This is episode 5, Meeting the Neighbors.
It's going to go well.
Yeah, everybody likes meeting neighbors.
We have episode titles now?
Yeah, sort of.
We've
It's
got
the only one I
legit.
could think of that, I had things planned out as to what I was going to be doing.
Picked that beforehand too.
Plans, who does that? And somebody put in the hashtag meet room in the chat. So
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the neighbors I was referring to. We're going to do a quick round table meeting our vampires. We're going to start with Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. You can find me at Great Black Otaku on Twitter, and I will be playing Charlotte the Ventru. And we're going to turn Meet Room into Meet Friends.
Okay. Speaking of friends, let's head over to Zachary.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo from ATL by Night, this show, Cult on Gehenna Gaming, and more. You can find me at the Twitter handle underneath my name. And I really don't want to meet friends. But here we go.
Yeah, Zachary does everything. A little bit of everything. Let's go over to Samantha.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram or pretty much any social by just S McLarty. And I play Elena Cortez, the La Sombra, and I think we'll be okay. I mean, we're getting a new building, right?
Something along those lines. New building, renovated a little bit. Little fire, little paint. It'll be fine. And to the aptly named, not appearing in this particular episode, Patrick.
Hi, my name is Patrick Gill. I am the disembodied voice that you are hearing. I play Harley the Nosferatu, and some of this is kind of his fault.
Kind of?
A lot.
Yeah.
And
And
just a little bit.
I'm just glad it wasn't my fault this time.
Right. But due to, we'll say, COVID-related concerns, I will not be on camera tonight, but I will be participating in a certain way, shape, and form.
Mostly via text messages to the other people and obfuscation.
Yes.
Over to Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. You can find me on Instagram at a redhead vixen. You can also see me on Tuesdays on the Helmgas channel where we play Cult. And I think that today is going to be in my top 5 least favorite days so far.
Considering we're on episode 5, though.
And only day 2.
There we
Number
go.
5.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of hard to go beyond the 5, really, when you think about it.
This can take spots 1, 2, and 3 of my least favorite days so far.
And we are on the Level Up Dice channel. Go check them out. There will be a link in the chat that helps us out immensely if you buy some of them shiny math rock things from the Level Up Dice people. So when last we saw our intrepid kindred, they made some decisions, which is what the World of Darkness really is all about. You make decisions and then consequences sort of start happening from those decisions. They made some interesting decisions and dumped some bodies into the building floor that was level 29, which has been kind of dubbed hashtag meat room. So yeah, they're going to they're going to kind of deal with those particular consequences, because after they dumped said bodies in the meat room, the elevator came back down and out stepped a interesting looking individual who has kind of a baldish head with like bone protrusions sticking out, and they are dressed in very little outdated but fine finery. And that's where we're going to pick up this particular scene. I'm going to guess Harley's going to obfuscate.
Yes, Harley is going to obfuscate, and he's going to stick close, but he's not going to do anything that's going to break Obfuscate.
Oh, hi, Harley. Oh, bye, Harley.
Just dive out of sight and disappear.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
This
Fine.
is not good. This is a very bad idea. We
Wow.
should probably not stick around.
You are interesting.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
Wow.
I like being interesting. Maybe you
What?
should come up to my floor and we can be interesting and search for the true meaning of what it is to be kindred.
Now, I don't hate that idea. However, we might
Not
need
going
to
up
make
there.
a rain check because
Are
we
you-
actually were scheduled to do something else today.
Are you floor 29?
Yes.
No.
How did you know? Is it because he's made of meat?
I'm going to agree with Charlie on this one. I'm not going up there.
I mean, if you think about it, we're all made of meat.
I was going there, but I wasn't going to say it out loud, and then you did, and now we're here.
Yeah, but your meat's on the outside and it's gross.
Mm.
Tell you what.
Depends what you consider outside.
I tell you what, where it's good. We're talking. Communication is always key in situations like this. But we were just leaving, so you can have run of floor 29 and
Oh.
this floor if you would like. We're just going to go.
Where are you going? I could accompany you. It's
That's
not safe these nights. There's all manners of anarchs and
Oh, but
craziness
Elena's
running around.
really strong. She's my director of security, so it shouldn't be a problem.
We don't need names.
Are you sure?
Probably.
I've always wanted to check out this particular floor. I've heard of such interesting things happening here.
It's yours.
You can
Have at
absolutely
it.
check it
At
out
your leisure.
once we go.
Right. I think I can handle everything, once we leave here.
Yes.
But you can have run of this floor and the floor above and then above that one and below if you'd like. I don't mind. It's just have fun.
The floor above this one belongs to those Pentex people. I don't particularly like them.
Wait, you too?
Indeed.
Well, maybe we can be friends. Guys, I think we're being a little bit too hasty. We're judging people based on appearances, and that's not cool.
Could you?
Elena's going to pull on Charlotte's arms.
Yeah. Could you excuse me for just a minute? And I'm going to walk over to Charlotte, whether or not Elena's still hanging on to my arm, and just like confer with Charlotte and go, Are you familiar with our new guest?
No.
I am a little bit, and
Just so everybody's aware, I've activated heightened senses.
that's okay. I am a little bit, and I don't know if the person who put you in charge of this office would be really happy if you made that decision for them with this person.
Well, the person who put me in charge of this office has also put me in the position to get killed like 3 times now. So I'm playing a little bit of hardball on my own.
Okay.
All right, can I interject just a moment? And
Yeah,
kind of
you
get a
can say
whisper
the
there?
words.
Just that, do you see what this appearance? He can do that to you if you get close enough.
Do we judge Harley because he's ugly?
Harley cannot make you look like Harley, though.
I didn't know that he couldn't. I thought it was contagious. That's why I avoid touching.
Dear. Okay, all right. I'm not doing so well at this. Charlie, you're the calculations. Tell her what.
Yeah, hit me with
probability
some
of us
math.
getting out of here.
Okay.
About-
Math.
yeah.
Yes. So, 1, 2, 5. Just around 4, 6. Plus 1 equals probably working with the Sabat.
Oh,
That's it. That one. Yes, I should have said that instead.
Oh,
Oh,
No.
So no one pulled Cassandra aside, so she's still standing shell-shocked in front of this, immobile, staring at it.
Yeah. And he just
Technically
starts talking.
speaking, as a Toreador, you're like, this looks really,
Fascinated.
this is alien, but it looks really nice. Like they put a lot of work into their, I'm gonna say reconstructing their face, but it's more head and entire, like you can definitely tell like it leads down into the neck area. Like there's like little teeny tiny bone protrusions.
So she's just standing there staring like an idiot.
Oh, no. The Sabbat are quite gone. Quite.
And
Yes.
yet you're still right here, but isn't your particular clan pretty fucking Sabbat, if I recall?
Oh,
It is, if I'm not, I mean, that's all that I can remember at least.
let's not throw shade as to which clan is Sabbat and
kind of
which
what I do.
clan isn't. Shall we?
I mean, you know, you guys kind of were too, and but
There's
we, I, are you no longer part of the Sabbat?
I don't think really anyone is any longer part of the Sabbat.
Are you still Sabbat-minded?
I mean,
That is a good question.
once you get in there, it's kind of hard to stop. But I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily Sabbat-minded anymore.
So what part of your mind is still Sabbat-minded then?
Oh, this
That's
is an
a good
important question. Yeah.
It's a very
Hmm.
important question.
That is a very, very interesting question, which I'm going to have to roll as a storyteller.
Oh shit. Throwing shade's kind of what I do though.
The
It's true.
shadiest.
That's why you mentioned shade. I mean, Tag La Sombra. Yeah, they're not that hungry.
Good.
Ooh,
Like,
that's interesting. So, at the mention of you saying what part of your mind, they look at you and they kind of ponder for a second and they're like, that is an interesting question. And you see the fingers like slide into the head and sort of makes like a
See,
That's-
that's not what we
This
wanted to
part.
happen.
and he flicks it at you.
Well, it's gone now, so we're good.
Why do I get the feeling it's not that easy?
and I'll turn to them and go, I don't want to do the thing again. I don't know if it's gonna work again like this, and I don't like this.
I think we should leave.
We could probably do that.
I'm all for leaving, but I don't think it's easy. Is going to be as easy as that.
We can, well,
And it would be extremely rude.
and I'll
More
pivot again.
rude, I would say. And he reaches behind him, and there's a garbage bag that was behind him in the elevator, and he tosses the garbage bag. More rude than leaving bodies in someone else's area.
Who did that? I'll
What did
have
you
them
say?
disciplined.
I think that was supposed to be meant as a gift. Because it's meat, and you seem to like meat on the 29th floor.
I see the confusion. Yes, the person that brought that thought that's the meat room, and this is meat, and it would go together, and they were wrong.
We were just looking at the floor plan that we just got today. We're actually new here, and you must have mistaken meat room for where you put the meat.
I think I understand now. You apparently have been up to the 29th floor.
Only in the stairwell
And only like once, I think.
I see. It's not.
on the way to the roof.
It's not really a meat room. More so, it's a meat floor.
All the more reason why we
Also-
thought that this should go there.
Its name is Trevor.
Its name is Trevor?
Yes.
Well, that is fascinating.
I too would like to leave, yes.
But you haven't met Trevor yet.
Technically, they did earlier, but
Oh, no. Trevor has very, very... He's very accommodating.
it sounds lovely. However, we
can go
were-
now if you would like.
if I may,
I'm not
It's-
dressed for
there's-
it.
I assure you there's no danger whatsoever.
if I may finish, please. And I'm just like laying on any bit of etiquette that I have with this guy. Like, if I may, please. As was mentioned, we are currently scheduled to go somewhere else when you arrived. But doing that another day could be doable, but not interrupting the plans that we were already supposed to be doing, because that would be rude to the people that we were supposed to do the plans for.
We do
As
have a
already
very
mentioned,
important business
I
meeting.
can help.
What would be
How?
a wonderful help, I think, is perhaps maybe where we should be putting these instead of on Trevor.
Oh, I didn't say that Trevor didn't want them. It's just there's a certain way that you would have to present them to Trevor. That's
Well, do tell.
more
I do have a
more-
question.
nice, congenial, I would say.
I have a small question.
Go
so we
on.
know that 29 is Trevor. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Alexander.
Oh,
Alexander?
how interesting.
And before you think so, it's more an Alexandru, which is it's a Romanian way of saying it. I'm not the Alexander that is Alexander Industries.
That's small world.
That was a Ventru, and he was ambitious, let's say.
Did he meet Trevor?
Yes, he and Trevor got along quite famously. As I was mentioning, all you have to do is ask, and Trevor will most likely gladly take the bodies that you have left in this garbage bag.
That is very good to know for the future, and we will remember that so that we don't impose. In the meantime, so as to not be rude, we should probably not be late to our meeting.
Honestly,
But thank
Charlie.
you for stopping by.
Honestly, Charlie, I feel like it would be rude if we didn't just offer these bags to Trevor and be on our merry way. Especially
Charlotte.
since our friend here said that there is no danger in going to visit.
Agreed.
I tell you what, why don't you
There's
do that,
no danger
Charlotte?
whatsoever.
Charlotte, you should do that then. And we will head over so that we're not late and we can stall for you. You take us to Trevor and we will go and to the place where we said we had to go.
Okay.
Fantastic. We're all agreed. Let's
I'll
go.
need my director of security, though, to make sure that everybody gets paid. If I were to die, then nobody would get paid, and that would be really annoying.
Out of game, you
see-
stepped in that one, didn't you?
And you didn't even nod it.
Damn it. See, I think that it would be much better if I stayed with them. There's more here. So, and
Nope,
I
there's
think that
actually
I
nothing here. We were just leaving.
there are more people that I need to protect that are living than there are for me to just. I can't.
None of
leave
us are
them
living,
unprotected.
darling.
That
No,
part is true.
leaving the building, leaving. So I should stay with them and protect them, as they're technically your assets in a way. And so you can take those to Trevor.
But I think I'm my biggest asset. That would
I
be
think you
unequal
might be
coverage
the only
of my
one
assets.
that thinks that right now.
Yeah, but it's me. It's my assets. Come on, it'll be quick. Well, it'll be fun.
I don't want to go to the meat room.
Meets floor, dear.
Yeah,
Sure.
Trevor.
and he has a name, Trevor.
Trevor, yes.
All right, but you need to understand something right now, Charlotte. If anything happens, I am throwing you to Trevor, and I'm running.
Okay, that would be fair.
Oh, there would be no need to throw anybody anywhere.
I believe you.
Oh, that's so much worse.
And she's gonna
will
whisper.
sorry. I will be texting Charlie that if the situation ends with the split, I will be following Elena.
I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, I look at my phone and I just look at I'll look at Cassandra. Are you staying here, or were you also doing the Trevor?
Everyone is welcome. It's actually quite beautiful once you get used to him.
I'm still on the we should leave plan. Wasn't that the plan?
That was the plan, and now it's
Supposed to be. Yes.
a different plan. I was
Yeah,
looking
but in
back and forth.
politics, it's a give and a take. So
Charlotte's changed the plan.
in
We should
this
talk
sit-
about this later.
in this situation, the give is that we are going to deliver the present to Trevor, and then we're going to be allowed to leave, as opposed to if we were trying to leave right now, I think we'd just be killed.
I wouldn't kill anyone.
Would Trevor?
Don't lie on my floor. It's rude.
Possibly, but Trevor is more, shall we say, defensive than offensive.
Can Trevor get to this floor from where he is?
I've never asked.
Small technicality is that technically the only ones that would potentially die are the ones that are slower.
Or
That's
the
not
ones.
particularly reassuring.
I'm just looking back and forth between like Elena and Charlotte and Cassandra. Like, are to Elena and Charlotte again. Are you two going to be okay? And I can make sure that Cassandra and Florence are okay. And
Charlie,
Oh, we can't take Florence.
do you remember
Oh,
the conversation
number
that
one.
we had earlier? The one where we talked about, me protecting you, you protecting me, and how this all works.
yeah,
You didn't like the logic, but I think the logic kind of plays in here.
that's why I'm asking if you're going to be okay, so I don't feel like I have to do it.
Oh,
I know,
you are Cassandra. I've heard so much about you.
What was that
You
for?
should come too.
Well, that seems like a very bad idea because, I mean, Charlie was going to leave and then there's Florence. We can't just leave Florence.
Oh, come now. And he reaches out his hand to take yours.
And if
Walking-
nobody stops her, she's going to take his hand.
Yeah,
out
I
of
know. I'm
fear.
actually walking over towards Cassandra at the moment. Just like, I really don't think that
He's grown.
it's necessary.
And
We already have.
as the hand extends, it's like the fingers are kind of supernaturally long.
Of course they are.
Come. And he kisses your hand. Come.
Oh, okay.
At least he's
It is-
being polite.
Very beautiful.
I have Cassandra's other hand because I've made it connector. I'm not like pulling or anything. Just
Lucky
have it, like,
girl.
nope,
I mean, with vicissitude, do you really want to pull?
not pulling.
Oh, fine. Let's go to the meat floor and meet Trevor. Oh,
Yes.
Charlotte.
Trevor. I'm sure he will like all of you.
I'm sure he will too.
How is Alex just like kind of like daintily holding Cassandra's hand?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
it's
just gonna,
it's
like-
like the
I'm making eye contact, like still nervous, and just reaching over and gently removing Cassandra's hand from his hand. Oh, okay.
oh yes, you are perfectly right, perfectly right. And he kind of does a sort of quick about face, and he extends his elbows to the ladies. Ladies, it is, after all, gentlemanly to offer a lady your arm.
Elena is going to step back and let Cassandra and Charlotte have at it.
I've still
Charlotte
got
will have at it.
I still have Cassandra's hand.
I'm looking at Charlie like, please help me, even as I'm probably going to go for it. Just like, please don't let me do this.
Yeah, like as she leans forward and looks at me, I'm just gonna like lean back to just like, so she like kind of misses, and I'll just extend my arm to like towards like Elena and Charlotte, just like
I will take
I-
Charlie.
got it. We're okay.
It's just like a conga line.
Mhm.
We're like kindergartners. We can't get separated.
Yeah, I've got like, so I got Cassandra's hand here, Elena's
Yeah.
hand here, and I'm just like my elbow back towards Charlotte, like,
Everyone remember your buddy.
okay.
And he goes into the elevator. Does everyone follow along?
I'm very tempted to take the stairs, but
Yeah, I'd rather
I guess
take the
so.
stairs, but we're already
Yes.
here.
Patrick,
Um,
do you sneak into the elevator?
I'm going to attempt to, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fairly easy to have Harley sneak into the elevator.
Thank you.
And he sticks out a super elongated finger and hits the 29 button, and that's when the music starts playing, and it is Blue by Eiffel 65 as music.
Oh.
So
Wonderful.
Oh, I love this song.
enjoy
So-
that pain.
Yeah.
This is
so I've-
worse than the meat floor.
So I've got Cassandra's hand here. I've got Elena on my elbow here. I've got like the kind of bloody elbow from the dude's face, like towards Charlotte, because I'm running out of limbs.
Thanks for that.
I imagine I have like, I've got
See where I
worms,
am
like,
on your
wrapped
list.
around my leg, away from the Zamisi. So I'm just standing like this in the elevator, just
And Alexander looks over at you and he goes, "Oh, if you want, I could help with that. I could,
nope,
just add a little bit here.
Chivalry is a virtue.
You don't have as many hands as you really should. Let's be honest."
I am very satisfied with my hand number.
Imagine how many numbers you could count if you had an extra like 15 digits.
Please don't tempt me.
Exactly. You could count more. You could count faster.
I am in sales.
I could even add a little bit to your cerebellum that would make you
Oh.
smarter.
Ooh, big brain.
Charlie, you
have a
already
very
have a
big
big
brain.
brain. You don't need that.
I am very satisfied. My brain, it has done me very well.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Eh.
I have many people that can attest to that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Weird
And
flex,
then-
but okay.
Ding. And the door opens on the 29th floor, and a little bit of ooze kind of leaks in on the floor.
And Charlotte kind of steps out of the elevator with a smile on her face. And she's just like, "This is awful."
Okay, I'm gonna really, really hit the vent true where it hurts. How expensive are Charlotte's shoes?
Really, really.
Not anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's like kind of like a purplish goo on them now. But the goo is weird. The goo actually seems to be like, it seems to be normal, but when you there's about a layer of this deep, and when you step in it, it looks like it shouldn't go up over your shoes, but it actually kind of It almost feels like it's forming itself over your shoes.
I kind of do choppy steps.
Yeah, it's
Just
really gross.
gonna look at Elena and Cassandra. Like, are we getting out or?
I don't think
After
that we
you.
really have a choice.
Charlie's going to attempt to walk forward. Remember that he has two people on his arms and like get kind of stopped and then just. Oh, okay.
You brought the dog along with you as well?
So, yeah, Florence like wrapped up around my leg at this point.
Florence does not want to get out.
You can stay here if you would like. In the elevator.
Florence, you get that kind of like, she makes kind of a low growl, but you realize that it's definitely not at you. It's like, if you kick in the animalism, you get the feeling that Florence is like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to stay here. It's fine.
Maybe she can hold the elevator door.
She's kind of like backed into a corner, like the furthest she can get away from the minor bit of ooze that is trailing in.
I was looking up. I didn't teach her that trick, but
just tell her to sit.
Yes,
couldn't we just? And I'm just gonna reach out and hold the emergency stop, so it'll hold here.
It's basically just the button for the emergency stop. So yeah, you just hit the button, and everything on the floor buttons flashes red.
Okay. Stay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Very good.
Smart dog.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, or should you go, ladies first, or?
Let's go first.
Chief of Security.
I'll be in the.
She's just gonna glare at Cassandra, and then she'll step out of the elevator.
I'm just gonna very instinctively just like both hands like move Cassandra like right behind Elena and follow, almost like an actual conga line at that point. But just here we go. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Hasn't even occurred to Charlie what he just did. Just okay.
And I'm gonna assume that Harley also makes that particular, not necessarily touching, but kind of following along close.
Probably he's obfuscated. Who knows?
Yeah. And after you all go stepping into the ooze, Alexandru follows along, and then the door closes behind him.
Didn't you hit the emergency button?
Sure did. Sure did.
I was looking back. Is it actually a door that closed, or is it something that closed over a door?
Well, the door closes, but it's kind of like it almost looks on the side of the door, like they were kind of fingers pushing the door closed. And then the fingers kind of lattice over top of the door.
I'll just look at Alexandra and be like, I would very much like for my dog to stay as is and alive. Thank you.
Oh, yes, of course. You see, Trevor here is not dog, as far as I know.
Good. That's good.
So this is Trevor then?
Might
This
be better
is
if he was
Trevor?
a dog.
This is Trevor,
is-
yes. And for
It is
everybody
very
who
nice
hasn't
to meet you, Trevor.
for everyone who hasn't experienced Trevor yet, Trevor, it basically kind of it looks like a hallway, and it looks like there's ribs along the hallway, and it's basically surrounded by essentially like what looks like muscle and sinew and meat, and there's like little bits of green goo dripping from the ceiling every once in a while. It's not a bad, it's not a good sight, really, at all.
So how exactly do we present presents to our new friend Trevor here?
Oh, you can just, I would suggest taking them out of the wrapping.
Of
honestly.
course.
I thought that was the fun part.
See, Trevor is, what's the term I'm looking for? I believe finicky with his food. He prefers non-rubbery plastic on it.
And I imagine his fingers are somewhere on the outside, so he can't open it himself.
He doesn't really have fingers.
What was that?
Is Trevor trying to eat us right now? Is that what this goo is?
Good
Oh
question.
no.
Okay.
Trevor wouldn't be so gauche, so rude.
Good to know.
Eat someone. Not unless they made him angry.
Which we would never.
No.
Definitely not. Very polite,
Better.
well-behaved people here.
Trevor, these are our friends.
Hello, Trevor. Nice to meet you.
You seem lovely.
Hi,
Love what you've done with the place.
with yourself.
Very squishy.
And
And
thanks
Cassandra
for the
might take
excuse to go
notes.
shoe shopping again.
your names?
I'm Cassandra.
Charlotte.
Elena Cortez.
Clayton.
And kind of off to the one side, kind of a tentacle reaches down and it goes in order as to who you said your name was. It kind of looks a little bit at Cassandra, then over to Elena, Charlotte, and then over to Charlie.
Clayton.
Clayton.
Trevor, you would recognize some of them. I believe we've heard some of Cassandra's music. He's a big fan.
Always nice to meet a fan.
And does anyone have rapid reflexes?
Oh dear.
Nope.
Whatever for.
I have no
Negative.
idea.
Just a random question.
So that's a no then, I'm guessing.
No.
All right. Before anyone can react, the tentacle kind of reaches out and wraps around Cassandra 3 times.
Why?
And it's almost, it touches your face a little bit. Like it's kind of like, it's really gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it likes you.
I think that is a crossing of bounds for fan
Consent.
artists and consent,
Consent.
and that is
Trevor,
not polite.
Trevor, let's not be rude. I know you're a fan. She is a guest.
And she definitely won't perform for you if she's uncomfortable. So you should make her feel as comfortable as possible as a gentleman.
And it's at that point you
Gentle
hear
floor.
what can only be described as a low rumbling from Trevor. Kind of like, it sounds like a groan, like, oh, but it is magnified because it's basically coming from something that is essentially
Next
the
to
size
us.
of like 3 blue whales. It's just like,
Yes,
Then-
yes, I know. We all fall short of the, grace, but
it slowly, almost reluctantly unwinds Cassandra.
Thank
And-
you. If you have a Sharpie, I'll like sign something.
I just
or
like very
somewhere.
instinctively like pulled Cassandra like back to me the moment that she got let go. Just
yeah, I'm sure
where
she's
would
out
you-
of her reach. It's reach
like,
now.
You grab like Cassandra around the shoulders.
I
like,
never
the
let
waist.
go. I
area.
had my hands basically on her waist, pushing her
Yeah.
behind Elena out of the elevator, just like oh fuck.
Your
And so my
hands are
hands were, like in
very-
the tentacles.
Yeah, your hands are very, very sticky.
Yep.
Right
So the
now.
moment that like those got free, I just went. Charlie's a little distracted. He's not actually aware of it. He'll deal with this later.
Oh, Trevor, they brought you food.
Yes. That
Yeah.
happened.
A good
Charlotte,
neighbor
weren't
gift.
you gonna give him his housewarming, us leaving present?
Yes.
Of course, my clothes are already filthy. She opens the bag.
Like Harley basically like did it kind of expertly. Does he did the tie.
Does that?
So yeah, it's kind of like the double knot. So it's like really hard to
She's like,
basically just have to rip it, and it ruins your nails.
Oh.
having a great day.
If they're natural, they'll just regenerate the next night.
Not the fake nails.
Yeah.
Nope.
Those are fancy.
Do you dump out the?
How would you like to eat this? You want me to feed it to you, or do you want me to just drop it on your tongue? Is that what we're standing on?
I hope not.
It's
Me
not
too.
really a tongue necessarily.
Tongue-like?
I would just leave it where the appendage can reach.
How long is it?
I'm just gonna like gesture with my elbow towards where Cassandra was, just maybe over there.
Drop it right where Cassandra was.
And then the appendage is joined by another appendage from the other side, and it basically wraps around the meat and pulls it in various directions.
Now we know what to do with bodies.
By meat, I mean like dead bodies that you accidentally killed before.
Just the one that got
It's
ripped in half.
healthier if we just call it meat.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's basically meat. It's less humanity draining if we call it just meat. So yeah, it basically just gets pulled, and then it kind of the tentacles kind of go around the corner and disappear.
Okay, that was lovely. Thank you. I'm just turning Cassandra and just walking back towards the
It was
elevator.
nice to meet you, Trevor. Hope to see you again soon.
Marching
Bye.
Yes,
back.
let me know if you want me to sign anything next time.
And it's you as you retreat into where you think the elevator was, you hear like kind of a Trevor, don't be rude.
We can leave, yes?
Oh, yes. Trevor,
Okay.
allow them passage. And then the fingers slowly unlattice on the door and kind of like not dig in, but they grip on the door and pull it open.
See?
In we go.
I guess that's all the time that we have for today. Alexandra, here's my card. Give me a call whenever you want. This was lovely. I'd love to do it again, but not today.
You were very hospitable. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for meeting Trevor. I'm
Thank
sure
you
he's
for letting
looking
us give meat to Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's looking forward to meeting you again. He loves gifts.
I don't know how you spelled that, but I hope it's the good way.
And then the door closes, kind of squishing the little bit of goo that's on the floor. And I'm assuming you want to go back to your floor.
Lobby?
Lobby's fine.
Yeah, we were on our way out.
Okay.
Was that so bad?
Yes.
Yes!
It's the least dangerous thing we've done today. It was gross. I'm the one who lost $10,000 pair of shoes.
No, technically it was not
Oh,
the
poor-
least dangerous thing. Trevor could have eaten us.
It was technically the most dangerous thing that we've done all day, and we're lucky to just get out with a bunch of goo. And Charlie realizes that his hands are still on Cassandra's hips. I'm very sorry. That could have been very bad.
I think you're assuming a lot of our new friend Trevor.
Yes.
Oh,
Trevor
you go
could
hang
have
out with him
digested
then.
us.
He
We
didn't
could
eat
have
us.
all died. He could have.
What if we
We
hadn't
could have
brought
stepped
food?
out and over.
Would've, could've, we're not. We're on our way out to the lobby, just like we planned. Maybe you should have a little bit more trust in your boss.
So you are going out to the lobby?
Yes.
I think all three of us are just staring at Charlotte in mixtures of shock and anger.
I'm sure Florence is
Elena
joining in.
legitimately just is like, and she's just cursing in Spanish, and she just looks away. Can't even look at Charlotte right now.
I'm sure Florence is staring, so she's got you covered there.
I don't need to be loved by my employees.
So where is the coterie going to be going from here?
Not here.
That's pretty
Anywhere
vague.
but here.
I once we're out onto the street, I will be texting Elena on her little
Nokia.
Flip phone. Yeah. I will be sending her a text. Really hungry and need to heal. Leaving to hunt. Don't want to waste the blood. Black heart emoji, vampire bat, black heart emoji.
Yeah, those are just squares.
Aw.
To
Yeah,
a
I'm not
Nokia.
gonna see that, but it's cool.
Keep it-
She'll
yeah.
respond back that not going to look for you in the sewer again.
And 5 minutes later, when she's
10-4.
done typing out that 3 taps at a time,
10-4, and then I will keep Unseen Passage up, and I will go hunting because after I heal the stake wound and other things, I'm going to be redlining, and that ain't going to be a good thing.
I could go for a bite to eat. Could you guys go for a bite to eat?
I really could, but I don't think that you want me to.
I'm okay, but I can accompany.
I mean, I
going
know of a safe place to go for a bite to eat. I don't know what you guys all need to eat, but
I'm okay.
What your assistant Sandra? I think she might work for me. Maybe.
all right, then let's go back to my apartment. There should be plenty of food for everybody.
going back to Charlotte's apartment. Excellent. So
Wait, is your apartment bigger than a closet?
Way bigger than a closet.
Okay.
What is this thing with the closet? I don't understand.
I like to work in a closet. I like to live in space.
She likes security.
Yeah, it keeps me focused.
I understand.
As you can see, I get distracted easily.
Noted.
taking limo.
Yeah, let's take the limo.
Real
The
quick,
apartment would be in a
sorry.
high rise by the coast.
I will also be sending a text to Charlie, and it will say, when things calm down, might not be a bad idea to check on Cassandra. And after that, I will actually go do my thing then.
So Charlotte's loft is essentially really close by. It's not super far away. And it actually looks out across a good chunk of Vancouver. You can see various things like the art gallery, some bits of the financial district, and most of Gastown. So you arrive back at Charlotte's apartment, and you go up, and Sandra's there waiting because you told her to.
Sandra is there, and also my herd of interns is there.
Yes, there's a lot of interns.
I've got one for, I mean, they're all, upper class, wealthy, filled with hopes and dreams. But if that's within your realm of what you're willing to eat, I'll take one, and don't kill them.
There was probably like a section of Charlotte's apartment where they would, have the whiteboard, and they're doing like kind of strategy things and like team building exercises.
And Sandra is the one, she is Gould, correct?
Yes.
I think she'll work then, yeah. I will go for her.
Technically,
Can't have mortals.
that'll work.
Who was she? Who I can't remember who she was. Ghoul to one of us after that. It was Charlotte, right?
It was Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because we were arguing about it for a while, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I think the ultimate decision came down to, well, it's your business, so
you
deal with it.
Okay.
And yeah, I will
yeah.
go for Sandra.
Gonna go for a nip.
yourselves.
It's okay, but it's not great. Like, it's, essentially because of your predator type, you would prefer to drink from Kindred, but this is kind of like the RC Cola of Kindred. As you're like, I think I'll go for some Coke. And then it's like, it's RC Cola. And it's flat RC Cola. Like, it's just like,
And diet.
Diet flat RC
even
Cola.
worse.
All right.
Not gonna be very satisfying.
But it's diet
Everyone
flat
else
RC
going for
Cola that
interns?
doesn't upset the Camarilla. So
Anyone else going for interns?
Don't
I'm
worry, they're all cool.
I'm just standing next to
You're all
Cassandra, like, nope, I'm fine, thank you.
I lean over to Charlie and I'm like, do you think they all just live here?
I think they do.
I don't think that's normal for an internship.
I don't think it is.
You wouldn't believe what an internship consists of nowadays.
I would not know. I'm going to sit down. Do you want to sit down? I'm going to sit down.
I too would like to sit down, yes.
I'm going to sit down. I'm just going to go find a couch that is not occupied by interns and just go sit down.
So many.
It's
Shooing
easy enough to
interns
do.
away
There's
like flies.
Yeah, there's a lot of space.
Charlotte's gonna eeny, meeny, miny, you. She picks a guy and he looks excited and she takes him to a back room.
Yeah, no problem. I'm ready. And then he's like, kind of looks back at the others like, losers.
Sorry about the hands and the meat thing.
Well, seeing as I did not get taken by a meat thing, I appreciate it.
Yep. Just, I didn't like that and did not feel like a comfortable situation. So I was trying to help and I've only have two hands despite what Alexandru thinks is a good idea. And
Yeah, you could have fixed that about an hour ago.
I don't want to do that. It will be very difficult to work with hands.
Just how much time do you think Alexander spent up there? If he was so familiar with Trevor.
I think he made Trevor. Probably. Kind of feels like a pet project thing.
I bet Trevor would be very offended to be referred to as a pet project.
I'm not going to do it. How are you doing?
Poorly. I've never had a job before, and apparently this is why.
I don't think that most jobs are like this. I mean, the jobs that you were doing when we met were not like this. This is different.
Different is one word for it. Horrifying is another I might have chosen.
I like that one better. You're better with the language presentation.
Charlotte seems to be coping well.
Kind of seems like her element, weirdly enough.
Horror.
Danger and excitement.
There. And Elena's obviously been through it, so I'm not surprised she's fine.
Well, she's not fine, but she's been through it.
Are you all right?
I think so. I didn't like having to do the thing, the office, but I think I'm okay.
Well, you're good at it for what it's worth, whether that's a good thing or not.
I had a lot of training, but that was a while ago. Are you okay beyond today? Because you told me that you were okay the other day, and I don't think that you were okay. And I haven't seen you in a while, and Florence acted really weird when you came back. And are you okay?
I had some stuff happen to me a little while ago, and I guess it was better that it happened before all the meat floors and stuff, because it sort of prepared me for more horror.
What happened?
I got hurt. I got taken, and I got hurt by someone.
Who?
And I don't know his name. He was Nosferatu, some Leatherface. The other group, the ones who gave me the bar, they found me, and they took care of me, and they were the ones who helped me.
Is he
And
dead?
I don't really know. I think so. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do now, because everything's all harder and worse than before.
He never called.
It's not your problem.
Of course it is.
I'm just trying to survive.
Just gonna take her hands. We've known. I knew you since before you were like this. Of course, that's my problem. You shouldn't have to do that alone.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. It's dead. The problem's all better, right? I should be all better now, right?
Well, the problem's better, but you're not better. You still have
Well,
to process the thing. Right?
what if I can't get better? What if I'm all broken now?
I've been broken for a while. It can work out.
You're different.
You're
You're
different.
strong.
You can be too.
I can try. That's what I'm doing here. Being strong and different and better.
I'm gonna help.
Thank you.
I'm gonna help.
And on that slightly more positive note, we're going to take a bit of a break. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Everybody's been feeding, and we've had a really, heavy scene. So if you notice in the chat as well, just something I forgot to mention earlier, there is a link for the Indiegogo for Josephine McAdams Eclipse Season 2. Go check that out. Donate if you can. If you can't, spread the word, because they're trying to get their season 2 up and running, which is an awesome series, by the way. Like, I've only checked out 1 or 2 episodes, but I am keen to check out the rest. And we're gonna go right back into the action with these kindred over here. And I think I got that right. If not, I look like an idiot. So everyone has just fed, and everybody's ready to go to the next step of the plan.
Just sitting on the couch still, just waiting for Charlotte and Elena.
Takes a while.
Yeah. They
Not for Elena. Elena would be coming out about now.
they finish up pretty quick.
coming out right at the tail end of the sad.
Of this
Is Cassandra crying a little bit?
Yes, most
There's
definitely.
a few blood tears.
Elena
I was
would
gonna
come
say
out
Charlie
and
gave her
she'd
a
look
hug,
at-
but now it's red on his shirt again.
Well,
Elena's
aren't you
gonna
still
come
wearing
out.
the soaked one?
Yeah, it's true. Who gives a shit? Come on.
It's dirty.
Elena's going to come out and she's going to see Cassandra crying. And she's going to look at Charlie. What the fuck did you do? Why are you making her cry?
I didn't know.
Why,
It's fine.
Charlie? What did you do?
No.
Right then, Charlotte comes out of her room and she's like, "Charlie, are you bullying Cassandra?"
No,
I do not
no, no,
appreciate
no.
Oh, Cassandra,
No.
come here. It is okay. Don't. Mm.
You don't have to deal with that. Although I do like that you're asserting your dominance in the group. It's good to have a hierarchy.
No,
Yeah.
Charlie's so sweet. It's fine. I'm fine.
Don't make girls cry, Charlie. That's not
make,
nice.
don't
I
make
didn't-
girls cry, bro.
I didn't make her cry.
No, it wasn't. It's not his fault. It's nothing. I was overwhelmed with the meat and the touching me with the sealing meat.
It was a lot.
Did-
We had to talk it out. It was a
Well,
lot.
you should not touch. Not touching so much. She doesn't like that.
Elena
No,
says while
not
touching
me.
her.
The room. No.
Oh,
I-
you're talking about the tentacle thingies that is wrapped around. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry,
the
Charlie. I
horror.
misunderstood. I thought that she was meaning that you were touching her too much and she doesn't like it.
No,
Looks
she doesn't
like I'm-
want that.
Okay.
Looks like I'm
I
just playing
understand.
matchmaker today.
I understand now. Apologies.
So
what is the next phase of the plan?
plan?
I was gonna say the better question is plan.
Those don't go very well apparently.
Do you want to make a plan?
So we were intending to get all of the files out of the office and then not have to be there anymore. But then we had to kill some people and feed them to Trevor. So
Yes, we're supposed to go to the
Technically-
6th floor.
technically speaking, the files are still at the office.
Send
So-
an intern.
That
You!
could be done. I don't know how much Harley has to get.
You do have the authority. I don't pay them anything.
One of the interns is like, me?
Yes,
And he
you.
like kind of
Come here.
he's like, all right, cool. He gets his like papers together and he scampers over to
This
the
is all college credits.
yeah
Leadership.
Toreador who just demanded his presence. And he's like, yes.
Do you know where the Alexander Industries building is?
Yeah, it's the big one that says Alexander Industries on the side.
Very
Smart
good.
kid.
Don't
I
sass
like
the lady.
you.
I'm
Go
not
to it. Go to the 6th floor. There are some files that
right.
we need. Bring them.
Maybe Sandra could help steer where the files are. Maybe.
Look at you all thinking like Ventrus.
And Cassandra is like still kind of a little bit out of it, a little lightheaded. She's like,
Sandra.
maybe.
Do you need a Pedialyte?
Which files?
The records of Alexander Industries that I had
All
been
of them?
asking about.
They're in paper.
Yes. Yes, they
And
are.
I know you kids don't like paper, but
We need them, all of them.
And I
And there's
think
at least
they could
some in
probably
room 609.
they could probably fit in the limo.
That's a lot. I don't think it'll fit in a limo.
We needed them yesterday, so you're already late.
How many interns would it take? How many interns would it take to move all of that?
Probably like 5.
take them all and
You.
Take the helicopter. I don't care.
The helicopter's probably a bad idea for the weight, but
Just let somebody take the helicopter.
We can't fly the helicopter here.
Just take
But-
a limo and go get it done.
if you take the
Or your
limo,
own cars.
yeah,
It's a
and
condo.
that, yes, very good, yes.
Yeah, I don't not pay you to argue with us. Get the job done. Figure it out.
All right. And then she like
Post-
tells the interns to come with her. They're like, I don't know what is going on. Let's just go get them files.
Thank you.
It's so
Might want to
hard to
consider
find.
getting a bite to eat, something sweet so you don't pass out. You look a little
Pedialyte.
pale.
No, the one I got was knocked out in the back.
It's true.
Pedialyte helps with hangovers for the mortal people. So
It's so hard to find good upper middle class, caffeine addicted youth.
Who will work for free.
that part, yes.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
It's a very prestigious internship.
That is quite the list.
I have very particular tastes.
So I don't know what other things Harley wanted to do with the office. So that might be another thing.
He and I can sort that out later. He's got to eat, otherwise he'll do the really bad thing and it'll be really messy. And I've seen it before, it's not pretty. And then I'll go have to find him in the sewers again, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to let him eat now.
Let's avoid the sewers.
Yes, please. It does not, it's not a pleasant place.
But I'm kind of at a loss after that, because the only things I could think to do would be to find out where the people were that Harley followed, which involves Harley, or if there's a way to find out how we can actually set Pentex up to take a fall while we're here.
Or we could just go look for a new building.
Shopping sounds good.
Retroactively, I probably would have let Charlie know the address of the building.
I could just also text you and ask you if need be, but
That would work. We can do just a little quick boop boop.
we could go shopping, or I could ask Harley where the van went with the gun people.
I mean, securing a good building will take a little bit of time, and I'm sure the move will take a little bit more time after that. So it might not be a bad idea to look into the gun people. As much as I love
that works for
shopping.
me too.
I would prefer to have Harley here, but I don't know how long the gun people will be at the location that they went to, or if they're still there.
It's okay. You're strong. You have a 6-pack.
And we have our chief of security.
Really regretting taking that title. Nonetheless, you're right. We should go look for the gun people, and just make sure that Harley knows that that's where we're going, so that when he is finished eating, he can meet us there.
And I'm texting Harley like for the address where the van was because we want to go there.
All right, I will text the address back and GL and a thumbs up.
Okay. Who has a car because we let them take the limo?
Helicopter?
I wasn't going to point it out until later.
Charlotte, do you
I
really
don't-
not have more cars? Surely you have Lexi and Porsches and.
Oh, I was waiting for you to ask.
I don't think that the helicopter would be a good idea for this one either. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit more covert.
Yeah. Element of surprise.
All right. She would lead them to, I guess, a parking garage where she would have a whole row.
Do you have one of those really quiet cars? The ones that run on electricity?
Oh, an electric.
No,
yeah.
you know what? Never mind. We shouldn't do that. That would be very bad.
Oh, because yeah. Yeah.
That would be a bad idea as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How about an idea? We pick the one that seats 4 people and a dog.
I like that idea. It's a good idea.
Okay, so that excludes all of the 2-seaters.
It does, yeah.
Unless we do a Fast and Furious Italian job thing with multiple 2-seaters.
Would be cool.
Yeah,
I can't really drive.
It's been a while.
I can drive.
Or we could take a 4-seater.
I think maybe. Do you have an SUV? One of the really big ones.
You would, yeah.
Yes.
Then we should take that one, and then Florence could sit in the very back like dogs do in the the commercials and stuff.
Well, I've never gotten a chance to drive my big pick-em-up truck. This is exciting.
Or she could sit in the front passenger seat, as the #1 spot is worth.
Mm-hmm.
I just think whoever knows how to drive the best should probably drive.
Which would be
Not Florence.
So
Also
you're all
not me.
piling into the SUV then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also not me because I haven't driven since 1972.
Neither have I. Not since it's
well,
Last
I've
time
been
you drove
driven.
yourself.
I've been driven quite a bit. So how hard can it be?
I'll drive.
Thank you, Cassandra. And I'll just move towards like the front seat with Florence.
As Elena walks by your Tesla,
It dies.
you can't quite tell that this happens until later, but I'm just making kind of a video note for myself that the Tesla's not going to work anymore.
I killed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll just have to call Elon.
Lo siento.
So you got the address, which is the kind of like a strip mall area location in North Vancouver.
Yep, with the weird like combo lock thing on the front of that door.
Yeah. So you're proceeding there essentially.
Yes, in our large van of 4 mystery seekers and 1 dog mascot.
Yeah, it's like a kindred clown car.
No way. We're the Scooby Gang.
Some kind of
This is
mystery
going
machine.
well.
The only way really that's like the fastest way to get to North Van with driving from the area that you're in would be along the highway that goes across the Lionsgate Bridge. As you drive through Stanley Park, there's definitely a sense of unease for the kindred that are in the vehicle. And as you kind of crest up onto the bridge itself, for anybody who happens to be on the left side of the vehicle, you look out and the park itself is kind of circular in nature around that area, and you would see actually a werewolf howling
Oh, So, and
You know that guy?
I'm just gonna tap the person next to me. Look, do you see this?
Is that where we're going?
No, you'd be going across the bridge. The Stanley Park area is on the part of the bridge that you are leaving.
I don't think that's supposed to be there.
But it's also not our problem.
No.
And at the tail end of this particular conversation, the wolf head kind of looks directly at your vehicle and follows you across the bridge.
Now, see, now that is going to be our problem.
Now it is.
I
Okay.
speed up a little.
This is
Yeah,
going
you-
to be our problem.
Yeah, you speed up a little. There doesn't seem to be any werewolf-like shenanigans that are happening in this particular episode, mostly because I don't have the character sheets here. No, I'm kidding. I added that in for flavor. So you pull up to the strip mall, and it's, there's like a party city there. There's a Pizza Hut, but there's also the place that Harley described, which is a kind of a shutdown Swiss chalet, and it actually has like a scan pad for an electronic key card on the door.
I could probably break that.
Only we had some sort of hacker.
We don't need a
Or-
hacker
I can touch it.
because we have a magnet.
Do it,
Hey,
do
I mean,
it, do it, do it.
Don't
When in doubt,
not
touch
yet,
things.
Not yet. Because I would like to make sure that you're not going to open the door to several guns. So
Fair enough.
you'll excuse me. Florence and I are going to start bank around the building with Silence of Death up.
Okay.
And once we round the corner, I'm going to activate Unseen Passage. And I'm good. And I'm now unseen, and Florence is just really quiet. And I'm just trying to look in windows and on this building to make sure that if there are people in there, they'll be taken by surprise and not already armed and whatnot.
Let's get a Dex and stealth roll, and the bar to clear this, considering the powers you're using, is extremely low.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If there was a way I could make it so that it's like 0.5 successes, then yeah.
Well,
pretty
it's
much.
3 successes, so.
Yeah, that's way more.
Yeah.
The windows that you're able to see, they have windows on the outside, but on the inside, it's basically the kind of light, kind of off pink coloring that you would put up if you were basically like remodeling the inside of the restaurant, and all the windows seem to be covered by those.
Can I see anything through them? Or is that
No.
easy? No?
There's no, it doesn't seem to be any light sources or anything.
Okay, I'm going to press my ear up against it and turn on heightened senses just to see if I can hear anything going on inside, be it footsteps or sounds or anything.
In that case, let's go with it's going to be a wits and fuck it awareness.
Oh, wits
Alright.
and fuck it.
Wits and fuck it. Wits and
Wits
fuck it
and
roll is
fuck
4
it.
successes.
Just so everybody knows, this is a mature game. So fuck it. 4 successes.
4
You
successes.
can hear some shuffling around inside, and there's like kind of a low, steady hum that you would recognize as being like kind of from computers.
No real distinguishment of like how many people I'm hearing, just a general buzz of people.
It's kind of like the white noise from the computers kind of interfering a little
Electricity.
bit. Like there's definitely more than 2 people.
More
that
than
you
two, but not a full house.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll go back around to like between, Elena, Charlotte, Cassandra, and I'll just
Appear out of nowhere.
I'm just gonna start talking and like drop off and say, I couldn't see anything, but there was a lot of sound in there, like computers, and there's
Computers, you say?
a handful of people in there. I don't
So
know
they're
how many people.
nerds.
There are sure.
No clickies like guns?
I didn't hear any, but there might
This is
be.
good.
But there might be, because I don't think people just kind of rattle them around for funsies.
I would.
That's why you're not in there.
Point.
Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to touch the little mechanism to make the door open or not?
Oh,
I
can I do
think-
it?
You can, and then Elena can do it, so it will actually fail. The locking mechanism, I mean.
So I can do it?
Yes.
You can touch it.
Charlotte grabs Elena's arm and puts it on the thing.
I'm just gonna touch the.
There's a lot of touching in this episode.
It also works.
Yeah, I'll touch the lock.
So Charlotte grabs Elena's wrist and puts it near the touchpad. And
For the
you
record, this is how you use your Bane as a superpower.
It's true. They're in the computer?
Not anymore.
So the hand touches the touchpad and there's like a and you hear like a of the door opening.
I still have her hand and I just go like it's a gun.
And then you rattle it around.
And I rattle it around like
Don't touch me anymore. Pull it back from her.
Okay.
Remember,
So,
we've been over. Make sure people are okay with you touching them before
I
you
asked.
touch them.
okay. I don't know how many people are in there, and I don't know what they have, but this is where the people that tried to shoot you went. So there's that. Probably don't kill all of them up front so we can figure out what the hell's going on.
I wasn't
I have
planning
an
on killing
idea.
any of them.
I
Okay.
do have an idea.
What's that?
Okay, so maybe, because the door is still shut, so maybe everyone kind of hides a little bit. And I hide in the shadows. You do the little thing, that's the same thing that Harley does. You disappear. And then we just let the door kind of
about-
open on its own. And then someone will come to check to see why it opened on their own. And then we might be able to get a better idea as to what is inside.
Okay.
Kidnapping, I love it.
Not quite, but sure, just go hide.
Yeah, but how are we going to learn anything if we don't kidnap the person that comes
Because the people that cannot be seen will be here, so that we can see what is inside.
in? Oh, I thought you were going to
Ah.
put the screws to one.
That would
And-
probably not be a good idea, because then the people inside will know that there's somebody missing, and
And worse comes to worse, if that doesn't work and you are seen, then Cassandra, if you want to do the thing that makes people like want to talk to you, that's
I
a
will.
good thing.
I will do
Just
the
be
thing
herself?
that makes people want to talk to me. Aww.
Yeah. You're
Yes.
lovely.
Aww.
But also the thing that you did to the people in the van. But yes.
But
And
also
it's
my
at
charming
that point that the
personality.
door actually swings open and you see somebody.
I lunge and just like V strike him in the throat with a surprise attack. He just stopped and stared.
You're so quick to violence.
X and brawl.
Yeah. 5 successes.
Ouch. Yeah, you punch him in the throat.
Yep.
Uh,
Catch him in the throat, and like the moment he like collapses, just pull him off to the side.
okay. Yeah,
Charlotte just looks down at him. He's like,
shadow cloak.
now somebody's
I'm
missing.
good. Shadow cloak, and I'm gonna go through the door and try to go onto go inside.
I'll just
Okay.
look at Cassandra and Charlotte and be like, sorry.
Yes,
Like
they're
as they're
Uh,
doing that,
friends
I
with
shadow
us.
cloak, and I'm trying to slip
Watch out.
through.
Sorry.
So you go inside and it basically kind of looks like an old restaurant. There's like a layer of dust and there's not really much going on in that particular area. Like there's seating, and it looks like the chairs are on the tables and everything.
Then I will try to proceed a little bit. As long as there's shadows that I can try to hide in.
Oh yeah, pretty much the entire place is a shadow, essentially.
All right,
there's
fantastic.
no
I
lights
can
on.
just waltz around and not literally, I'm not doing that. But I'm gonna try to stay as closer to the wall and kind of move around and see.
There's nobody here. It seems like that he just kind of came seemingly out of nowhere.
Huh. I will go back then out to Charlie and the others, and she's like, I don't know what you heard, but I did not see anything inside.
Great. Let's go in.
I think you're muted.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're muted.
I am muted. Is the dude in my arms, does he look like one of the dudes that was in the van, or is he somebody completely different?
It's somebody different, but
Okay.
he's kind of dressed in the same manner. Like he's
Okay.
wearing kind of a suit.
We should ask, provided he can still speak.
It'll take a bit.
Yeah, he took 5 points damage to the throat. He ain't
Not-
speaking for a while.
Not aggravated. I mean, just
It's not ag,
Just
but that's
regular
a lot of
damage.
damage in one
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
you're right. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna waddle with the dude towards the door. Bring him inside. Just sit him against the wall.
Oh, we
yeah.
are going to put the screws to him. Let's
Yeah,
tie him
he's
up.
Putting any
unconscious, pretty much.
screws.
Like he kind of
Yeah.
choked
him
a
on the
little bit.
shoulders.
So you're just standing him up.
No, I sat him against the wall.
Oh, sat him again. Yeah.
Yeah. And just
There's
pat
like
him
a
on the shoulder.
booth you could toss him into. Like it doesn't really matter.
I'm just sitting him there. It's
Okay.
fine.
Does anybody have a pen? You can write still. I'm sure that his hands are not broken.
You find a pen,
Charlotte has a nice pen in her back pocket.
and Charlie's gonna
Of course
start
she
walking
does.
because he heard noises, and he doesn't like that there are no sources of noises.
So Charlotte opens up the case to her fancy pen.
It's like a nice
hands it to the-
inkwell pen.
And
Hello, we are the health inspector. We're here to examine your fine restaurant. It would behoove you to communicate clearly and without lying.
Cassandra,
Okay.
you want to help me look for the things while they talk
Ben.
to the dude?
Is anyone
Sure.
using presence on this poor unfortunate soul?
that. Or that?
I'm gonna see what they can get out of him first, honestly.
Because he's just like gurgling.
It sounds way more fun to leave this in Charlotte's capable hands.
Yeah, so inviting Cassandra to help me look around the rest of the place, because the fact that I heard all these noises and now there's nothing bothers me.
so yeah, I'm going to hand him the pen and just be like, write it down. What
He's
is here?
looking like
I'll ask questions. Charlotte will ask questions. You write down answers. Is that understood? Nod.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
It's
something
kinda-
in the health inspector field that we call good health inspector, bad health inspector. I will be the proverbial good health inspector, and these two are the bad health inspectors.
Yeah, you see him kind of gurgling at you as if to say, what am I supposed to write this down on?
You have there's a bench, and then there's a table, and then you have your
It's
arms.
a really nice pen. I'd rather you didn't use the table.
Do you have a pad of paper?
No, the interns have the pads of paper. I tell them to write notes. I
All
say,
right, then
take a
he's
note
going-
of this.
He's going to have to write on his arm or on the table. Then be creative. Just write. Find place. I don't care.
Figure it out, or the bad health inspector will get you.
Just write down what is going on here.
For Charlie, wits and awareness.
All right. Yeah. I dragged Cassandra with me as well. I don't know if
Okay.
that'll help at all.
Yeah, they're not really getting anything out of him at this particular point in time because he's just gurgling
Yeah.
nonsense.
Or did you say wits and awareness?
Wits and awareness, yes. Are you still using your heightened senses?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Add that in.
Yep. 6.
4.
Those noises were coming from the kitchen area. You are now in the kind of restaurant-ish area.
You hear it in the kitchen, right?
You would, yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, why aren't they hearing us out here?
It might be all the computer noises. Do you want to check it out, or should we get them first, or are they doing their thing?
I look back over, what kind of progress do they appear to be making here?
Not very at all.
You're probably going to want Elena for this part.
Okay.
This seems like a you guys kind of job. The people who, with the...
I mean, you can too.
Oh, no, I literally look like this when I do it.
Oh.
The thumb goes inside the fist, right?
Normally I would say no, but you'd probably heal it the next day, so it's kind of irrelevant at that point.
I'm going to stay with Charlotte to make sure she puts no nearby screws into or at this man.
Charlotte is looking for screws.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You do that, and if you can let me know, but if you can let Elena know to come here, and we'll just trade.
All right. And I head back over to them.
When you come over, I'm yelling. I'm not yelling yet, but I'm getting very angry because he's still not writing. No, write it down now.
Oh, she's getting angry. She's going to find you.
Okay, all right. Hang on. Elena, why don't you go help Charlie with whatever might be in the kitchen?
All right, maybe you can have better progress with this one. He doesn't understand my accent, maybe? I don't really know, but...
Maybe. He seems very stupid.
I would agree with you.
And I'm going to
I'm
reach
gonna
into my
walk
purse
over.
and take out a pad of paper like a normal person.
And I'm going to walk over to Charlie.
Swaps.
So he seems kind of happy that scary shadow lady stopped yelling at him. And
Charlotte
he has
kind of
a
leans
pet.
over to Cassandra, and she's like, I don't know if 2 good health inspectors is going to work.
Well, we'll
That's why-
find out together.
That's why I opened the book to presents. There's good, and then there's the hammer of good.
Yeah, so let's hammer some good at this.
Alrighty. Which power are we using?
Aw, please.
I believe is free. No rouse check required.
Yep.
Nope.
And manipulation plus presence versus his practically non-existent composure and intelligence.
I gotta knock the composure out of him.
Gonna knock something out of him. Using one of these fancy schmancy level up dice that are made of metal, aluminium or whatever they call it.
Aluminium.
7.
Go on.
7 successes.
That's way more than my 2. So yeah, that the hammer of niceness just waves over this guy like he's like,
Hi, I'm Cassandra. This is a pad of paper. This is a pen. Do we have that? Give me a nod. Good. Why don't you start by writing your name down?
and he like doesn't look at you at all or look away from you at all, and he's like scribbling down something. Then he holds it up, and you can see that it's basically just complete and utter chicken scratch. Just there's nothing there. It's
Let's
like
try
somebody
it
like
again.
closed their eyes and then like tried with their whole arm to write their name.
You should put the paper on you.
We'll hold the pad up for him, just below my face. Like, there we go. Okay, why don't you write your name this time?
It looks better.
Does it look kind of like a name?
Kind of.
Well, Jacob. Jacob. Yep, that's what that says. Good boy. Excellent. Okay, I'm just gonna look your head a little lower. Look at the piece of paper. All right, why don't you write down why you're here? Yeah, oh, so good.
And he like scribbles it down. And you can kind of sort of make out that it maybe says 2IC.
Okay. Who pays you to be here? No,
This is
look
going to
at
be
the
a
paper.
who's on first, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, it's going to go on for a while. And over to Charlie and Elena.
Yep. I'll watch Elena come over, like watch Cassandra just poor Jacob there's. She's really good at that.
Yeah, you've seen this from
Much better than I
Cassandra.
am.
You've seen this from Cassandra many, many times where it's just like, it's essentially like if Indiana Jones stopped walking when the boulder came, like it just like, yeah, there's nothing there.
It worked out better for her that way.
I think so too.
There is the source of the sound that I was hearing in the kitchen.
Right.
Which is where the people and the computers were.
All right, so I'm guessing that you want me to go with you to check that out, which is all well and good, and I'm completely on board. But the moment I step into that room, the very strong odds are that the computers are not going to work ever again.
What if you don't touch the computers?
I mean, I'm willing to give it a try.
What if we get them to come out here?
That would probably be best, so that way that Harley could actually see what is on the computers later.
Yes. Can you do the really scary arm thingy in there and not computers?
I think so. Let me look and see what the reach is on.
Who puts computers in a kitchen anyway?
Right?
What a terrible location.
It doesn't specify storyteller. I guess it's going to be a storyteller call. Can I use my arms of the airman in this situation to push?
You would be able to use them kind of if, like, otherwise, like if you use them and you can't see what's going on, it's going to be a lot harder to use them.
Oh no, I'm going to open the door. I was just asking if.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if Charlie like opens the door, then yeah, it's no problem.
Okay.
I'm finding a way for you to not have to step in there.
All right. And yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Make a roll.
Oh, I'm just looking at the door and her and just go, could you step like that, like 3 steps
Move over.
that way? Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm just gonna put my ear up against the door. I still have heightened senses up, like trying to see if I can get a better sense of like what's going on, people, etc.
Wits and awareness.
Yep.
This one I'm going to make a difficulty of 2 because you can hear the gurgling of Jacob behind you.
Cool. Well, it's 6 critical, so
yeah. Okay. That's that crushes it. You can definitely like at this particular proximity, because there was like traffic and stuff outside. You can definitely tell that there's 3 computers in there, but there's only 2 people you can hear kind of, on keyboards, and there's another guy you can hear him like taking a sip of coffee and stuff like that.
Okay. So it doesn't sound like, like armed guards are in there, just people on computers are in there.
No, yeah, it just
Okay.
sounds regular.
Okay. I'll stand back. Great. Just turn to Elena. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna throw the door open. Just go. Hi.
Arms of the airmen.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, let's spread the bad day around to everyone.
And I got 2 crits and then 1 regular success on that. So
Nice.
Okay. So that, I think I ruled it in the past where it's like it would give you half of the amount of successes rounded up, so you would get 3 tentacles out of that particular
That's more than enough.
mess. And what are you doing with the tentacles now that you can see your targets?
pulling them out. Preferably by
Uh,
the throats and squeezing as I'm doing that.
Okay. Man, you guys don't like people talking to you at all.
The first guy surprised me.
Yeah. The tentacles reach in, come out of the walls, and grip around the closest person who's on their computer. Like it kind of reaches up behind him, wraps around the neck, and pulls him off of his chair entirely. And the other guy looks over and he's like, "Hey, wait a..." And then another tentacle wraps around his neck, and basically these guys are getting pulled out, and they're like, "Ugh."
Just kind of like step over them as they get dragged past me.
Yeah.
Don't kill them.
Never get to have any fun anymore. All right. And
We
I'll
have to
loosen the
find out-
grip.
We have to find out why the shooting, and I'm just gonna walk in towards the computers to see what's in here.
Okay. Do you have any computer skill?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Not
Let's
a lot, but
go.
yeah.
With an intelligence and computer roll. Channel Harley. Just think Harley thoughts.
They are going to, the people that I have are going to be kind of like
Restrained? Yeah, I'm guessing.
very much so restrained in the air. I'm just holding them up in the air.
By their necks. Just like, you're like
Ay, you terrible grass. They can still breathe.
pushing them up against the wall type thing. And
Yes.
they're like,
3 successes.
They put don't move so much.
3 successes.
Yeah.
They did not have a chance to lock their computers, so what you can see on there is like kind of like a different file folders and different like operating systems that are running. You can see a couple of files though that represent Cassandra, Charlotte. One's labeled Erasmia's.
Are these connected to the internet that I can tell just from quick look at the screen?
They are, yeah.
How big are these files?
They're not very big.
Cool. I'm just going to immediately pull up another web browser.
Okay.
And I'm opening up WeTransfer. And I'm just going to start sending shit to Harley. Just 2 gigs at a time. Just
Yeah.
sending things to Harley.
It's easy enough to do.
Yep.
Let's go with a wits and awareness for Charlie after you've transferred a few files, since you're the only one in the room.
Yep. That is 4 successes.
The light is coming from the computer itself. Like there doesn't seem to be any external light in here.
Mhm.
But you can notice, like after a few transfers of files, when you glance over, there's a door that says employees only.
Mhm.
That is located like kind of on the other side of where the door was that you opened. There's a light coming through the bottom of the door.
I'll set up like a couple of more like transfers over to Harley, just things that look important, the files that you mentioned, and anything that just like whatever they were working on currently, because I want to just send things before I just up and take this.
Okay.
And I'll just call Florence over with me, like towards that door.
Yeah, Florence is like still supernaturally silent and comes over.
Yep. And just listening, like seeing if there's like movement in the light, if there's sound behind the door.
There's no movement in the light.
Okay. Then I'm going to gesture Florence over next to me, on the other side of the door, and I'm going to pop the door and obfuscate as it opens.
It's a stairwell headed down.
Okay. All right. Well, finally up to hunger too. As I'm obfuscated. Setting down. Okay. But it's light on in there. You said.
There's a light. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just so I'm gonna like back up towards the door, where Elena was, and whisper, "I'm gonna go down some stairs," and walk back in, and then go down the stairs with Florence.
Let me know if you need me.
Scream if there's trouble. Back over to Jacob and his inane scribbling.
Keeps drooling.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
Like I get it. You guys with your presence, it's very nice. It's very pretty, but like she just grabs him by the head. And she's gonna use mesmerize.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh, this poor guy. We're just gonna melt him.
And
Yeah.
I'm good.
His brain is not going to be working too well after this.
Yeah, this kid's brain's gonna come out his ear. We should take
Will you
him
be
to Trevor?
Will you be a dear and tell me everything about who you are, what you're doing here, and what this place is? Write it down. Do it
Right here, honey. Right.
and stop talking.
And he literally does nothing because you're very specific and you're telling people what to do, and you didn't say write it down. So
Write it down.
he just stops.
And
then
that's
now
frustrated
he,
because
like,
he's just
looks-
been drooling and like not doing what they wanted.
I'm gonna
He looks
look up
down
at
and-
Charlotte and go, well, I guess it isn't too good inspectors after all.
I guess I'm the bad cop
He
today.
keeps glancing back up at Cassandra.
Oh, you're doing so good. Huh? Keep going.
Stop being nice to him.
That's literally the job of the nice one.
And turn around.
Are you gonna hold the pad?
No,
There you go.
my nails.
Which have already been ruined from the garbage bag earlier.
No.
So we let Jacob continue writing.
Sorry, back down to Charlie.
Yeah.
Who you basically make it down to the bottom of the stairs.
Mhm.
And it's essentially just a staircase, but then it's a corner at the end.
Mhm.
And the corner opens up into kind of a room that's basically the size of the one upstairs. And you see that there's like a chair that is, it looks like it's old blood. It looks like it was all bloody. And there are two people standing there in kind of like full scrubs, like with the face mask down. And there's a row of cages on the far wall. And there is something in one of them. You can't quite make it out because the light itself is basically one of the hanging lights with the grill on it that is just focused on the chair itself. And the other two seem to be like engaged in conversation, looking at kind of like charts and different things that are on a table that's nearby.
Okay, I'm still obfuscated, so I'm just gonna like gently tap Florence to stay behind the corner, and I'm gonna circle the room to get a bit closer to whatever's in the cage to see what it is. Not to like get up on it, but just visual on it.
It's essentially, it looks to you like the row of cages are kind of like something for large dogs, but the thing that's in it is very humanoid.
I'll walk back around. I'm gonna see like how much I can look over the doctor's shoulders while obfuscated at their charts and just like get a sense of what they're looking at, what they're talking about.
Wits and awareness, but this is
Yeah.
going to be like super easy.
Yeah, it's 4 successes.
Oh yeah, you crush it. It's basically like descriptions of what's referred to in the documents as blank bodies, like the different versions of the blank body. And there's like a few photographs of what looks like creatures that have been basically like dissected and taken apart.
Okay. I'm gonna do something a little fun while they're talking. With my silenced phone while obfuscated, I'm literally just gonna take pictures of what they're flipping.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Yeah, and while they're doing that, I'm gonna look around. Are there syringes that have things in them?
There are syringes nearby, but it doesn't look like there's anything in there right now. Like there's kind of a cabinet that's nearby that has like various bottles and kind of scientific-y looking things.
Are there other like, sort of surgical type instruments and heavy instruments and whatnot?
There's a table that's connected to the seat that's in the middle of the room that has like kind of rusted, bloody instruments, and it again looks like old blood.
Okay, but they're all small, right?
There's some of them that are kind of big. Like it has like the kind of bone cutting saw.
Okay. I'll put my phone away. I'm gonna palm strike the back of both of their heads.
Dex and Brawl.
Because I want to. Because again, like these are people that know who we are. I don't like that.
This is so great. Like I don't have to do any rolls against Zachary because it's all surprise.
4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah. So you basically hit them, and one of them is kind of knocked forward, and he kind of slumps over a little bit, like he's knocked out. But the other one is like, what the? He looks over at his friend, and he's gonna turn around and engage you in fisticuffs.
Yep. And because I'm visible now.
You are indeed visible. So he's going to reach for a gun and try to shoot you.
Cool. I'm going to try to hit him first. Again, like nose or throat.
Always a good plan. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Five successes.
Yeah, it's way more than mine too.
Poor
so yeah,
guys.
you basically punch him directly in the throat, and the gun kind of skitters out of his hand, like he was pulling it out, and it kind of.
Yep.
You
And so I'm
very much interrupted him trying to shoot you.
And I'll do whatever it takes to just make him unconscious at that point. Actually, no, I'm not, because I've done that. So I'm literally just gonna grab him and just gonna go, and just go forget me, for cloud memory really quick, while he's unprepared and immortal.
Cloud memory, I believe, is the free one.
Yeah, it's free against an unprepared mortal.
Oh yeah,
And that's when I'm gonna hit. That's when I'm gonna slam his head against whatever's behind him and knock him out.
Dex and Brawl.
Sure.
Because he's very confused at this particular point in time. So let's just not roll against you on that one.
Okay, 4 successes.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Cool. And I go, and I'll take the files and the gun and just like go back upstairs with Florence and just walk up and go, we should probably take this and leave. To everybody.
What about these? And I'm gonna pull them over to him with the tentacle arms.
Yeah, they're like,
give a thumbs up if you were part of trying to kill us earlier.
And don't lie.
What kind of idiot?
Okay.
Can
no,
I?
Yeah,
Can I
these
do it?
aren't smart
Okay,
guys.
okay, this is good. I'm going to suggest that maybe we take them to go figure out why you wanted to get killed.
Oh, you want to take them and
I don't want to kill them
Yeah.
here.
Oh, we can feed into Trevor later.
I just want to figure out why people are trying to kill you, and then also us, and also knowing about all of you by name and face now.
well, let's put him in our trunk and then take him somewhere that he doesn't know and then interrogate him.
Okay.
There's three of them.
Can people help me with some of these computers? I'm like, whenever it's done, once it's done standing, I'm literally just gonna unplug and just take like a friggin' tower with me.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
There was three of them, correct? Sorry.
One
3 computers,
is,
yeah.
one Jacob is like knocked out, and then you have 2 of them.
Oh, I have 2 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There are 2 doctor people in the basement that I kind of hurt, and there's something in a cage.
What's in the cage? A
Yeah,
dog?
what's in the cage?
I don't want to know.
But what if this
do.
is somebody that is like us and they're just trapped?
Charlotte is already on her way down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm right behind Charlotte. No hesitation.
Please
I can't
don't die,
follow
and I'm
them
gonna try
unless
to.
we lose I can't follow them unless you want to lose the computers potentially.
No. Tell you what. Can you step like 3 steps to the left, and
I'll step 3 steps.
I'll take like another tower and just like walk it towards the front door and go, okay, now you can go do it.
All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna kind of pop the 2 that I have together to knock them out, so I can let them go. Just-
Ordinarily, I would give you a Dex and Brawl, but you fucking crushed them pretty much earlier. So yeah, that's gonna be.
Yep, I
Now
just leave
kiss.
them,
And they're unconscious.
and then I will follow them down.
Yeah. So
You think
same
it's a dog?
scene.
I hope it's a dog.
I
Sorry?
don't hope it's a dog.
He didn't say that it was a dog, so let's just go find out. Come on.
No, if it's a dog, then we can like adopt it together, like it's a family.
It's not going to be a dog. Let's go.
I'm sure if it was a dog, Charlie would have said there was a dog in a cage. He said
Charlie
there was
would have let it go if
something in
it was a
cage.
dog.
Same scene as before. There's the row of cages along the one wall. There's the rather disgusting thing, and there's 2 unconscious doctors on the floor.
All right. Hello. What is the thing that is in the cage? Hello. Can you speak? Noises?
You can see it kind of shift backwards a little bit. as you
Don't
go.
be afraid. We're all
Good
good
cage.
health inspectors this time.
What kind of health inspectors are you?
Oh, that doesn't sound like a dog at
The
all.
ones that like to stay healthy.
I'm walking towards it, towards the sound now. Looking.
I'm just a
trying to
little
see.
behind her.
Like getting a really closer look at it, you can basically tell it's deformed. But it's
What are you?
kind of bipedal. I'm
Do
a Nosferatu. What are you?
Ah,
Do you like living in a cage?
No.
'Cause
good
we-
Nosferatu, bad Nosferatu.
What?
Apparently, we're good health inspectors at the moment. I'm trying to find out if you're good or bad.
Mhm.
Asking seems no, it doesn't necessarily seem to work. But I thought it would be kind enough if I would just ask first before we do all the punchy, stabby shit.
What?
Were you gonna punch it?
I don't
How'd
know
you
if it was
get here?
bad.
How about we readjust this particular sliding scale you seem to have for morality and let me out of here?
Well, how'd you get here first?
I got nabbed.
Yeah.
When?
What is this place?
From?
I don't know. They were talking about like some kind of investigation, whatever the fuck it is.
And who were you investigating?
I wasn't investigating anybody. That's what they said they were.
Okay, what is your name?
My name?
Yes.
My name's Alan. What's your name?
You look like an Alan.
I am Elena.
Yeah, we have this thing where all of our names are pretty similar. It's like Alan, Elena. I'm Charlotte, and then there's Charlie that beat up the doctors.
Yeah, it was pretty
I'm
good.
Cassandra.
He's good. I like him. But can you let me out of here?
Well, wait, if we let you out of here, what are you going to do?
Get the fuck out of here?
He's a guy in a cage. We don't
I'm just trying to make sure that he's not going to try to do something stupid, like try to, I don't know, attack one of us, because I'm
Why
tired.
would I attack you guys if you're letting me out of the cage and then I
Because
can get the
people
fuck
do
out of here?
People do stupid things sometimes.
Okay, promise you won't attack us if we let you out of the cage.
Sure, yeah, whatever, Toots. I'm gonna not attack you if you let me out of the cage.
That was a
I'll
poorly
open the
constructed
cage.
promise.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
open the
losing
cage.
points.
None of us are on the same page.
So Elena's
Elena will open the
letting
cage,
him
yes.
out.
Mhm.
Sandra and Charlotte both agree that this was a very not well constructed promise.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And Elena, there's like a little bit of a lock. You have potence, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can crush the lock.
But there's no
easily.
lock.
There is no lock. Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me out of there.
So
Fuck these assholes.
you
You gonna eat those?
Eat them?
No.
No, I'm not. That's not my flavor.
You? No?
You can have them.
No? No? Okay. All right.
by all means.
Buffet! And he like scampers over kind of on all fours and like eats into one of them.
Once I get the stuff in the car, I'll be going back in, and if I don't see them, just going downstairs.
Yeah.
It wasn't
that
a
amount
dog.
of time. He finishes off the first one and he starts biting into the second one. So you would come down on that.
Is everything? Oh, he's out. Okay.
They had a
With a poorly
Nosferatu.
constructed promise.
There's a Nosferatu, and they had them in a cage doing some kind of investigation. That's all I got out of him.
And he
Yes.
looks up like, oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. Buffet.
Yes, they were doing research on blank bodies.
I hate that they call us that.
That's us. And I imagine they were doing experiments on one such. And now they're not.
So what's the next move?
Go home, and maybe Harley will be able to look through the files I sent. And if not, then he can get the computers I took.
Are we going to take the ones that are upstairs, the 3? Are we going to take them with us?
I would like to do that so that we can find out why people are trying to kill people.
All right.
That was great. You guys do good service.
Yeah, the ones that are upstairs you can't eat. Those are for us. We need them alive, sorry. Perhaps next time.
Oh, you guys are eating them. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's more than enough to go around for everybody. I mean, fuck these assholes. Are you gonna like torture them first?
Probably.
Yeah, we're gonna put the
Most
screws
likely.
to him.
To be
Can I watch?
determined.
You and the screws.
Okay, bye-bye. And I'm just going to walk back up the stairs.
And a few words, and I'll follow.
Yeah, ditto.
Bye, Alan. Here's my card.
And he he's got blood all over his hands, but he like grabs a hold of your wrist and kind of like spreads the blood across your hand. Taking
They
the
said
card.
they said it's not contagious. They said it's not contagious. You can't catch being a Nosferatu.
No, you can't catch me in a Nosferatu. That's stupid. Fuck. The hell's wrong with you? And he's clearly looking for somewhere to put the card. Like, oh yeah, I got it. And he like lifts up a fold of skin and he puts his hand underneath it and he puts the fold of skin down. Like, thanks.
Understandable. Have a nice day. And she goes up the stairs.
All right, cool. And you guys are putting them in the car.
Yeah, I'm standing next to the car now with Florence. Just
Yeah, I would probably use the arms of the airmen to wrap around them all and drag them out.
yeah, just open up the trunk.
Just easier that way.
So she couldn't go in the room with the computer, but Elena's gonna get in the car with the computer?
I'm
Or are you
putting the
finding your own
computers at a
way?
different part of. I'm putting the computers in a different part of the car, and I also sent Harley files, so it's sort of a 50-50 shot here.
Do I need to find another way home?
No.
Call an Uber.
I can call for the helicopter.
I don't
mean-
want to jeopardize anything. If I need to find some way, the other way, I can.
No.
That's pretty mean.
Yeah.
If anything, Charlie should walk with the computers himself.
No, I'd call an Uber.
He made Cassandra cry.
I did not.
I can
did
call
not.
Harley and have Harley come pick me up. It's not a problem.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Wait.
Just go. It's fine.
We can wait for him.
Just don't torture anybody until I get there. That's all I ask.
That's fair.
Okay.
But yes, I can just call Harley. He should be done by now.
Okay. We'll make sure that he can get you, and then we'll do the thing.
And so yeah, then I will I will call Harley.
Harley.
Hello.
Do you feel better?
Yeah. Perfect
Fantastic.
timing. I just got done.
Any chance you could come pick me up?
What's going on?
Well, I can't really get into transportations with computers. Otherwise, they fry and they want you to look
Oh.
at them later. So, can you come pick me up?
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll get an Uber lined up and I'll swing by. You guys are still
Yes,
there?
that is right.
Okay. So everyone's fine, everyone's whole, everything's good.
We're all good. Everything's fine. We have 3 hostages to question and torture later, and we rescued a Nosferatu named Alan, who is still currently eating the doctors.
That name sort of rings a bell for Harley as
I
one of
figured.
the lower end Nosferatu that just kind of kept to himself.
Okay. Well, I know the guy, kind of. He'll be fine, and quite frankly, I mean, I don't mean to sound like a callous asshole, but if he goes missing, he's really not going to be missed. So,
Well, he shouldn't. After all, we did let him out of the cage, and he is currently feasting. So I think we're good. They're going to take the 3 hostages that we have and the computers, and I suppose. Hold on 1 second. She's gonna muffle the phone and be like, "Are you going back to Charlotte's? Where are you going?"
I think probably back to Charlotte's for now.
Oh, it's gonna be a mess torturing at my house.
We don't
We
have to
could take him to the
torture.
mausoleum.
Or we could do that.
That's already a mess.
It is already a mess.
All right, good. Still, and I'll get back on the phone. So they're going to take the computers and the hostages to the mausoleum, and then when you pick me up, we can head over there and get started. Does that sound good?
sounds fine to me. Yeah, I'll get the Uber lined up. It should be 20 minutes, I think. I'm not that far.
Fantastic. I can wait.
And I hang up and I get getting the Uber ready.
All right. And everyone else is piling into the SUV and driving back to the mausoleum.
You're sure you're okay here?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Anything happens, I'll just hide. No worries.
I wish you worried about me as much as you worry about everybody else.
You get to deal with that. Have fun.
Okay, and I'm just
I'll
getting
be
my
okay. Don't worry.
All right. So you are headed back to the mausoleum, leaving Elena behind. Now that that is solid as a decision, I'm not going to point out that you split the party. But as you are driving over the Lionsgate Bridge, you can definitely see part of the downtown area that would contain the Vancouver Art Gallery, of which you actually see billowing smoke from. And at that point, it's time to end this particular session.
That's not good.
Never is.
Wah, wah.
Yeah,
Yay.
I'm sure it's fine.
Everything's
everybody
fine.
everybody who wants to tune in, that's going to be covered in tomorrow's episode of Vancouver by Night, which will be on the Vancouver by Night channel, which is in the chat. So let's do a quick roundtable of everybody to see where you can be found and what you're up to next. So let's start with Brennan.
Hi, I've been Brennan. My links are in the chat. That's it.
You put those links in the chat.
Chat links.
There they are.
There we go.
Hey, there they are.
Next up, we have Zachary.
That is me. My links will be over there. Things that I am doing. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Gehenna Gaming for a Cyberpunk Red one-shot at 8 p.m. You can find them at twitch.tv/Gehenna Gaming. Tuesday, I'll be over at ATL by Night for our family game night in the off-season. Wednesday, back to Gehenna for the next episode of Cult, Echoes of the Past. And then Friday, I'm back to here.
That is EST, correct?
All of it is EST.
Yes. Alrighty. Next is Samantha.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and you can find me at all the little links that are now in the chat as well. I will be doing some fun stuff with Mortlet Games that I'm excited about, and that's pretty much it at the moment.
Martlet Games. Who are they? Patrick.
Hi, my name is Patrick Gill. I'm the creative director over at Martlet Games. We've got 2 Chronicles currently being worked on, a third kind of in the wings, waiting for things. Yes, it is the voice of Patrick. Due to me being the only healthy adult in the house and us currently being kicked in the face by COVID, I had to not go on camera tonight just in case I needed to do things. But links are in the chat. Thank you all for coming by, and this killed me to not be able to directly participate tonight, but I'll be back. Fingers crossed next week.
Wait, now that I'm unmuted, fingers crossed.
There.
And over to Lex.
Hi, I was Lex. You can still find me on Instagram and all my other links over Mia. And I will also be on the Cult game on Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST, the superior time zone. And I almost probably for sure won't cry on that stream like I did here.
Hashtag murder none.
Hashtag murder none.
Also, it's Samantha's job to throw shade, not the Toreador's job. That's all I'm
What are
saying.
you doing, Lex? What are you doing?
If your Toreador's not throwing shade, they're not Torying right.
What are they even doing?
Also, I am Steve the Storyteller, and West Coast is the best coast. Sorry, Zach. And Brennan. So tune in tomorrow to see what happens at the Vancouver Art Gallery and there may be some special guests showing up. Who could they be? One of them is Ellie from ATL by Night, who is awesome and is an awesome storyteller. Go to those links, check that out. The other is somebody who's over at the Q Times, which is Jake, who is also awesome, and Q Times does a ton of stuff. So go to the link that should be somewhere in the chat, which is the Vancouver by Night link. Click like, help us out, and there they are. That's Amazing that it popped up just at that particular point in time. All right. So,
Crazy.
and at that point, we are going to say goodnight. We're going to raid somebody else. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, all the players, for doing this. You guys are awesome. And yeah, we should see you tomorrow. And then next week, we'll be back here, same baddie time, same bat channel. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.